Well, hello, folks. This is Mark Cavalier with the Southwest Coalition for Life. We've got a lot going on today. It's been a heck of an interesting week. Um, but I thank you guys for joining us. And actually, as we speak, there's one of our partnering, our really good friends that we work with, another pro-life ministry out of Albuquerque, a couple of weeks ago, actually contacted us that there was a homeless mother who was only a couple weeks away from giving birth and was located in Las Cruces and at a hotel there and didn't have a place to stay. And so since we were located a lot closer, we've been able to reach out to her and help her out, and make sure she's getting some care as she's going into having her baby here pretty soon. And so one of our staff members is actually been journeying with her over the last couple of weeks and just trying to connect her to as many cares and resources as we do, which is part of our whole program is her care connection, which is connecting her to the care she needs to be that hero that God created her to be. So, real quick, I'm sorry, we're making some last minute adjustments as we go here, but okay, well, anyway, so one of our staff members, Jessica, our director of operations, is actually there at the hospital, has been there with her, I think, since yesterday, and gonna give us a quick update. Are you in a position to come on, Jessica? Okay. Okay, sorry, I know this is kind of crazy timing for you, but how's everything going?
Well, I apologize. I'm not able to take off my mask because
That's
we are
okay.
in the hospital, but
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Okay, so I just stepped out of the room right now because our client is she's in a lot of pain and she's been here. We got here to the hospital yesterday at about 7 p.m.
Okay.
And just right now, she's now 5 centimeters dilated. And she did ask for prayers. So if you're watching, if you could keep her in your prayers and keep the baby in your prayers, we would really appreciate that. What would you like me to share, Mark?
I mean, what is, we want to respect her privacy and all, but is there, I guess a lot of people don't sometimes realize what moms, the struggles and the fears that some moms go through when they're facing having a baby. What is it that's been really challenging for her?
To be honest with you, I mean, she's had a lot of things that are challenging for her. Her financial situation. She's also she's homeless. So right now she is staying in a homeless shelter. We've been able to communicate with her and work with her. Thank God that thank you, Mark, so much seriously for what you do, because I've had the opportunity to be able to pick her up, take her to the doctor, take her to get checked, and I'm here today, and that's just a tremendous opportunity, because it really allows us to see just how important it is to be able to reach these mothers. They are so afraid. They are pregnant. They are alone, in many cases, utterly alone, the way that Nikki is, and that's the name that she goes by. And she's okay that I share that with you, because
Okay.
she did know that I was going to just kind of give you a little update on how she is. But she cannot emphasize just how blessed she feels to be able to have her care connection to fall back on. She says it's like a safety net for her, because she's been able to reach out to us, everything that she's been needing, and honestly, what she needs more than anything is just to know that somebody's there, and to be able to be in the delivery room with her right now, holding her hand and encouraging her and helping her breathe. I don't know how I can thank the donors for making that possible, to be able to be here at the absolute most crucial moment for her. We don't know what awaits her after the baby's born, because there's a lot of issues that she needs to overcome in order to be able to stay with her baby. But in the
Sure.
meantime, what she needs is that support from the community. And she feels so grateful to know that there's a whole group of people out there that are praying for her right now, and that have been supporting her, because we're not able to do this without the donations. I mean, without the generous contribution of so many generous donors. So it's
Right.
not just, us in the room, it's everybody that's made this possible.
Okay.
She's really grateful, really
And
grateful.
and how, I guess, how is she feeling now because I know right now she's in the middle of all of this, it's the day of, and this is really, but is she feeling more confident and better than she was a couple weeks ago when we first connected with her?
She was looking at giving birth in the streets a couple of weeks ago.
Oh my
That was her
gosh.
greatest fear. She said, I'm afraid that I'm gonna be giving birth in an alley somewhere," and now she's in a hospital. She does have a network of people that are supporting her and helping her. She does feel that there's a lot of hope, especially. One of the social workers came in and spoke with her right now and mentioned to her that there is an opportunity for her to join this I'm not really sure of the name, but it's somewhere in New Mexico where they will work with her and be able to help her on the short journey to see if she's even going to be able to keep her baby. So
Okay.
that's hopeful for her.
Okay.
Very hopeful.
And real quick, I just want to add, if anyone has any questions or comments, you can drop those in, and we'll see if we can bring those on. But I thank you, Jessica, because I hadn't even realized that you've been there since last night with her, and it just blows me away because God has just called so many amazing people to this team to really journey with women, and it's not, so often we hear, oh, you just care about the baby, and here you are just going above and beyond to journey with her. So I thank you for just you being who you are.
Thank you
and
so much.
and
I'm
helping
honored.
this mom.
I'm honored, and thank you for pointing that out. That's what we just got from one of the doctors. He said, I can't believe that you're here in the delivery room with her. That's amazing." And I said, "Well, that's the goal is that we have is to really to care for her because helping her helps the baby. So we're just really glad to have the opportunity to be able to do it."
Right. Well, thank you. Is there any, I guess, is there anything that, sometimes we focus on the moms a lot of times early in pregnancy, but, we have to be there for her throughout this whole journey and even into parenting. Have you learned anything, I guess, just from this relationship with this girl?
I really have. I think that whether it's at the beginning of the pregnancy or at the end of the pregnancy, they need support. They need to know that somebody's there and that someone cares. I
Right.
really think that that makes all the difference. So I'm just so glad that we've been able to share that with her.
Okay. Well, I don't want to keep you too long because I know you've been there for 2 days now, and I was even telling you if it didn't work out to be on the call but I'm just grateful that you're able to share this with folks so that people see that. And you're not the only one. I mean, we have all of our team. You always go the extra mile, but we're there, walking with them. Really, even in the moments like this. That's just thank you for sharing that with us, Jessica.
Absolutely, and look forward. I will be sending some pictures, some baby pictures of baby Gabriel when he makes his way into the world.
That's beautiful. Well, God bless you, Jessica, and I'll let you go and
God
make
bless
sure
you too.
make
Thank
sure
you
you
so
get
much.
some rest.
I will. Thank you again. God bless.
All right, bye bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, folks. So I'm just this is the team that God has called together to join this whole coalition and this Her Care Connection program, which is really, really journeying with them, walking with them, and I'm also just amazed by the unity of just the whole regional movement. I mean, we first became aware of this client a few weeks ago with a call from Albuquerque, our partners in Albuquerque. She'd been in Las Cruces. There's a ministry in Las Cruces too that's journeyed with her during part of this. And then we've gotten her support from other groups in El Paso as well, and so it's just amazing to see. And that's what I say is that when we let women know, because oftentimes they feel like they have no choice, they have no support, and letting them know that like there is an entire community across the entire Southwest that is behind you, and so you make that possible to have someone basically advocating on your behalf to help these moms. Because we know those of you who are watching, you can't necessarily be in there in the hospitals and on the sidewalks every single day, but by supporting this effort and being a part of the coalition, you're have someone there on your behalf, and that's what the collective support of the entire regional community makes a reality, and it wouldn't be possible without you. So. There's several things too that I was going to talk about that I'll get to. I wanted to talk about a little bit about this abortionist that we're still working to see God either shut him down or convert him, or both, preferably, of course, Dr. Theard. But that everything I'm talking about kind of segues into a quick update. I'm sure you've heard, we're doing our Mustache for Life, so that's coming up here in just 1 week left to register. And we're really hoping that in this last week too, if you haven't yet, register and then share those links to ask for donations, because we're coming up on about 20% of our goal, and so we really need to hit our goal to make sure that we sustain everything that you just heard. all the support that we continue to offer moms, with all this new medical care and the ultrasound bus and the sonographers and the nurse and the pregnancy test and everything that we're offering in order to connect with that mom and get her to this care and support that she needs. This is going to help sustain that for 2021 and make sure that we can still do the best to the maximum ability, and that we don't have to cut to only and that's the thing I've said, when it was easy to raise the support for the mobile unit because a lot of people are excited to buy this, but now we have to sustain it, and it's just a tool. It alone doesn't do the work, and so we have to keep the team of people using this amazing tool, because a lot of cities, they have one of these beautiful buses and it's parked in a garage 5 or 6 days a week, and they're only able to run it 1 or 2 days a week. And so I feel like we have an obligation that God's blessed us with this amazing tool. We want to make sure we staff it, so we sustain it 5 days a week, 6 days a week, heck, even 7 days a week, if we can get out and bring this life-saving support even to churches on Sundays and do church outreach like we've done already at least once. So we're really excited. Dr. Pat Castle will be coming in Friday night, and he'll be here early in the morning Saturday. And just you definitely want to hear him speak. Lots of amazing fun and games. The top team, like I in our last email pointed out, the top team right now has raised almost $8,000. And this is a little team of folks who live 3.5 hours away from the El Paso area, in the area of Hidalgo County, New Mexico, and Portal, Arizona, and that's my hometown area. And they recently they've been doing bake sales in their hometown area, in that area. They've been they even had a little mini walk on their own last week, and just really raising tons of support. Even heard a story about I think one of them who has been involved was experienced an unexpected pregnancy, and even had, from a small town school, had one of the teachers say, hey, we could help you take care of this, and basically drive you to Santa Teresa, New Mexico, for an abortion. And fortunately, she had the fortitude and the resilience to just say no. But no, just that brought to light the realization that this is something that affects all of the Southwest. You're not unaffected by it just because your community doesn't have an abortion clinic, or the nearest abortion clinic is 3-4 hours away. This is still affecting the entire area. And so so I've been really inspired by that little community. And then we've got the amazing 413 Effect, who's going to be there doing music at the event next week. Always blesses us with beautiful music ministry. They've been in second place, raising over $1,500. Baby Michael's a group from Las Cruces that's almost at $1,500 that they've raised. So a lot of folks have been really doing some amazing work. Top fundraiser, the top individual fundraiser is my mom, Jill Cavaliers. She's amazing, has always been my hero, and a couple other folks have raised already $1,000. And remember, for those who do raise the $1,000, they will be getting one of those amazing miniature replicas of the Save the Storks bus. If I could quickly find the photo, that was something I didn't have up and ready to share, but I know I've got a photo right here somewhere, maybe not. But we're really excited. Everyone has been super excited about getting one of these miniature mobile bus units to have. So can't find it right now, but anyway, so yes, donate or raise $1,000. You'll be getting one of those prizes to have your own Storks bus. And we're excited. We've been out there at the park, and things are coming together. We're going to have a lot of games, a lot of food and fun. It's going to be great fun for the whole family. Even I keep saying running is optional. There'll also be a 1-mile walk option. And even if that's too much to you too, there will still be some music there from the 413 Effects. So for anyone who needs to sit and wait for everybody else. So don't miss it. You've only got a few days left to register. You'll get the t-shirt, the medal. And then you'll be in the running to potentially win even more prizes. And then we've had a lot of prizes being donated to by our amazing sponsors to put on this event. So definitely go to must-forlife.com and register if you have not already, and share and spread the word. So on that note, though, I did want to point out, just because one of our other groups that we work with reshared an article that just reminded me this morning. This is something that not a lot of people know. Abortion on Trial in Albuquerque actually reshared this information. They have an article up about the local El Paso abortionist, Dr. Franz Theard, So you can check out this article at their website, abortionontrial.org. But they have this really good article that points out something that we've talked about a lot, but still every time we talk about it, there's always people who say, "Oh my gosh, I had no idea." Is that the local abortionist, Dr. Franz Thiard, who had the abortion facility there in Schuster for forever and ever, that just closed last year, and still has the abortion clinic in Santa Teresa, New Mexico. What he still has too, and a lot of people don't realize, is he still has a second office located at 1201 East Schuster, but it's not an abortion clinic. You can go to drthiard.com. Oops. And this is actually his OBGYN office, where he does all of his services other than abortion. So this has his name on it. If you go to his um, abortion clinic website, this doesn't have his name anywhere on it. And this doesn't say, of course, this is all about abortion. His other drthiard.com, nothing about abortion on this. In fact, if you read this, it actually says, we are here. We are a caring team. Support gives you special, support for women of all ages, from the first annual exam to, and get this, the year-long process of guiding your baby into this world. Let me enlarge that a little bit. So on this website, he's saying they are here to help guide this process of guide your baby into this world at 1201 East Schuster Avenue. But then guess what? You go from there. You drive just 22. You just drive just 22 miles. No, I mean 22 minutes. 22 minutes away, just 12 miles away. And look, right here is the New Mexico-Texas state line. You cross that state line. Actually, if you go this route, it's even shorter. If you cross this, the New Mexico-Texas state line right here, just not even a half mile in, just down Country Club and up McNutt is, of course, the Santa Teresa Abortion Center, which is what he does. So you could see the specific strategic reason that they have this office. They just got the first available, clinic office space in the state of New Mexico to skirt all the Texas restrictions and avoid and take advantage of all those lack of any kind of restrictions or anything in the state of New Mexico. And so just 22 minutes away from where he's killing children and aborting them is his office, where we are here to help you guide your baby into this world. And on the side, he's got this dual life, which I've heard of a lot of crazy stories about abortionists, but I've never yet heard of one quite like this, who has this double life. On one hand, being known as one of the top obstetricians for high-risk labor and deliveries, where he's rushing in to save the day, save the baby, and yet driving down the street just 12 miles to kill them at the same time. And it's just absolutely crazy. So we definitely are working, of course, to see God. We pray for him, for the conversion of his soul, and for the closure of his abortion clinic, which is the last remaining abortion clinic that is currently active between Albuquerque all the way to San Antonio. There's the Planned Parenthood still in Missouri. We're also out there referring women away, just 3 doors away from our office. But as of for the last few months, because of COVID, at least, they're currently not doing abortions. They're referring to Santa Teresa or Albuquerque or elsewhere for abortions. So they're doing other services like the STI testing and the transgender hormone replacement therapy and things like that. But they are not doing abortions. So as of right now, again, Santa Teresa is the only place you can get abortions. And by working with different groups, including Abortion on Trial in Albuquerque, we've seen those reduced, whereas they used to offer surgical abortions up to 16 weeks because of some of the legal complaints that have been filed. They've currently dropped that to they're only offering medical abortions up to 9 weeks. So as of right now, the only place between Albuquerque and San Antonio is you can get 9-week medical abortions in Santa Teresa, and that's currently it. So definitely progress from where we started a few years ago and even from last year, but still lots and lots of work to do and a long way to go. So again, you can help to make sure that we sustain this and to see this work through to the end. to see this abortion, to see God finally end this violence of abortion across the borderland by going to must-forlife.com and registering. It's kind of a fun way to get involved, help moms be heroes, help save babies, and help God end abortion. So thank you again for joining us for some pretty amazing information on today's Fortitude Friday. And God bless you, and we will